Hi. Say hey when you hop on. So I'm not going to wait too awful long for people to hop on because I want this to be an easy to watch replay. So today I want to talk about parties. So let me just write this down. Okay, so I want to talk about different parties and kind of basics of them, how to host them, because it's been a while since I've done a training on that. So this will be an easy to find video. I've hashtagged it in this group. If you're part of the Gleam team, that's where you're watching it right now. And I'm also going to post the replay on my YouTube page, so it'll be easy for you to find. Hi, Lori. Okay, so there's 3 different kind of parties that I want to focus on today. We're going to focus on messenger parties. We're going to focus on in-home parties. And we're going to focus on live parties. And you can do that on Facebook. You can do that on Instagram. Hi, Sadie. Guys, you can invite your teams on. You can tag them in the comments. I'm going to bring it up on my computer here so that just in case I'm missing comments, I can see it on my screen here. Okay, so the first thing I want to focus on is messenger parties, and that's because those are very popular right now. So if you are just hopping on, good morning. It's October 14th, 2020. Can't believe the month is halfway gone. And it's like 9:45 in the morning where I am. So I want to talk about messenger parties first. Those are super, super popular right now. And the main thing I want to start with on messenger parties is make sure you tell your host not to just add everyone and their mother to the party. Because messenger parties will basically blow up their phone, right? And if they don't want to be in that party, it's going to sour them from shopping in the future. It's going to sour them with their friends. So you just want to make sure that when they are inviting people to their party, that they let them know that they're hosting a messenger party. You know, they're going to add them to the group. It's going to be a group message on Messenger, so there's going to be a bunch of people in that message. But what I suggest is to tell them how to mute the notifications on the message so that they can shop at their leisure. So what I do personally is you always want to message your customers. Those are going to be the best party hosts. They're going to be your best party hosts, right? So you're going to message your customers and say, hey, and make it personal, right? You're not going to message everyone and say the same thing. You're not a copy and paste person. And if you are, stop now. Don't be a copy and paste person. People can tell that you're copy and pasting, and they're not going to want to interact with you because it's not personal to them, and nobody wants to be just another number, right? We're all human beings. We all want to be human beings. We all want to be friends. We don't just want those cold messages. So you're going to message your host. You're going to say something different for every single person, right? We're not going to copy and paste. So you're going to say, hey, Sally, I am trying to host some parties for the upcoming holiday, and I'm trying to get my schedule booked up, and I wanted to know if you wanted to host a messenger style party. And so you're going to explain what that is, and you're going to tell them, it's on Facebook Messenger. It's sort of like a private VIP style party. It's not going to be like a live sale or anything like that. And you're just going to tell them how it works. Tell them, you know, what you're going to do. If you're going to post pictures or if you're going to do little video snippets, tell them how you're going to do it and go from there. If they say no, then they say no. Say, okay, thanks. I just wanted to ask. I'm just trying to get my schedule booked. And, it doesn't hurt to ask. And they can say no. You don't have to be mad at them. They can say no because maybe it doesn't work for them. So I always tell my hosts, I give away 2 or 3 free pieces just for hosting the party. Even if they don't sell a darn tootin' thing in the party, they're at least getting 2 or 3 free pieces just for being a gracious host, right? So I always offer them free jewelry just to host the party. And then the paparazzi standard of 1 free piece for every 10 pieces that are sold. I also offer them free jewelry if someone else books a party from their party. And I offer them free jewelry if someone joins my team from their party. So there's multiple ways for that host to get free jewelry. And, let them know it doesn't cost them a thing. They don't have to buy anything from their party if they don't want to. But they should interact with their party. Let them know, the more you interact, the more you show that you trust me and that you're my customer and, that you love the jewelry, the more your friends and family will love the jewelry. And the more that they purchase, the more free stuff you get. So I always tell them stuff like that. And obviously that's not in one huge long message. That's in a conversation. You want to have a conversation with people. You don't want to, send them this huge spammy message and then they're going to open it and they're going to be like, I'm not even going to read that whole thing because it already looks super spammy because it's a long message. And, when we talk, she doesn't send me long messages. If it's not someone you talk to all the time, have a conversation, guys. Be friends with your customers. If you're not friends with your customers, they're going to feel like just another number, and they're not going to want to, host parties. They're not going to want to interact with you because you're not interacting with them. So learn things about your customers. Ask them how their kids are. Ask them how their husband or wife is. Ask them, how their mom's doing. If their mom was sick, remember these things, guys. The more that you're personal with your customers, the better off you're going to be. I promise you that. So messenger style parties. So that's basically how I open the door to asking my customers to do something like that for me. Let's see. When I'm hosting the party, I didn't write down any notes, guys, because I'm on like a time crunch here. And I just wanted to get on here and do this training for you because I've had a lot of questions about it lately. So I don't have anything written down. And normally I have notes written down when I do trainings because I have a scatterbrain like nobody's business. But that's okay. We're going to wing it. So, messenger parties, how I host them. So let's talk about that. So your host said yes, and they're willing to do a party. They're excited. They want to get some free jewelry. Now it's time to set it up. So I tell them, okay, I want you to create a group message, right? So you need to add me, obviously, to the message because I'm going to help you host the party. And let them know, like, it's not a ton of work for them. When you're talking to them about the party, it's not a ton of work for them. Basically, what they have to do is make that group message, and they're going to interact in the party. There's not really much that they have to do at all. So when they make the group message, if they don't know how, just explain to them how to make a group message. Basically, they go to Messenger, they create a new message, and they add all their friends and family. Now, so when they make that group message, obviously they add me and then whoever they want, whoever they think is going to shop. And then I tell them to message in that message first before I do and just say, hey, everybody, I'm hosting a paparazzi party. And So, whatever they want to say, basically to get their friends and family to understand what's going on, before I message in there and it's like, oh, I don't want to be in this spammy message, because if they don't know me and they see my message as the first message, they're going to be like, what the heck is this? Like, I don't want to be in this. So I always tell my host, make sure that you message in there first and just say, hey, everybody, I added you to this group message because I'm going to do a paparazzi party. Great Christmas gifts, great birthday gifts. I love this jewelry. I shop with Missy all the time, yada, yada, yada. Whatever they want to say. And then, I tell them to say, Missy's going to show you how to mute this message, mute the notification so that everybody's phone's not blowing up. And, you can shop at your leisure. The party goes from today until X amount of days, right? So I always tell them to make that post, and then you choose how long you want that party to go for. That's between you and your hostess. You can have it one day, you can have it 2 days, you can have it a week. It's whatever you and your hostess choose. So after they message that, in that message, I introduce myself. I say, hey, everybody, I'm Missy Schaefer. I'm a premiere producer with Paparazzi Accessories. I'm super, super excited that Sally wanted to host this party. She's going to try to earn some free gifts for herself and whoever, her kids or Christmas presents or whatever, but I make every single thing different. There's no spamminess about the message, because they're going to feel that spamminess, especially if somebody hosts a party off of their party. They're going to feel that spamminess as soon as you start their party, and then they're going to say the same messages all over again. So make sure that you do it personal, okay? So I just let them know. I send in screenshots. Here's screenshots on how to mute the message and shop at your leisure. This will turn off all the notifications, so you'll actually have to come back in this message to see all the posts, so it won't be blowing up your phone, making noises or vibrating or whatever throughout the party when people are claiming. And then I tell them how it works. So basically, for a messenger party, you can post pictures however you want, or you can post little videos. I think you can do like 20 or 30-second video snippets. So you could do that too. I don't do videos. What I do is I post pictures, and I tell them, I post them in genres, right? So I post short necklaces, and I'll do like however many pieces I want to show of short necklaces. I'll send them all together. Like, I'm not doing like picture, because that's crazy annoying, and everyone's gonna want to leave, right? So I'll select like however many, 40, we'll say 40 short necklaces. I'll select 40 pictures, and then I'll type short necklaces, and I'll send it in, and I'll tell them to claim the necklaces. What you're going to do is you're going to save that picture to your phone, and you're going to send it back to me in this message. That way I have the picture, right? And I have that person's name who sent it. So I know that that person wants that necklace. And I do that for everything. I do it for short necklaces, long necklaces, post earrings, fishhook earrings, hoops, rings, wraps, hinge bracelets, adjustable clasp bracelets. I do that for all of those sections, right? So that's what I tell them to do, and that's how I host the party. And I give them time to shop. So maybe I'll post 40 pictures of long necklaces, and then, an hour or so later, I'll post 40 pictures of short necklaces. And then, maybe 2 or 3 hours later, I'll post, 40 pictures of post earrings. And then, I'll go like that, and I give them time to shop on every single section. And also, you don't want to, send everything all in at the same time. It really obviously depends on how long your party is going to be. If you're doing it for one day, you're going to have to send them closer to each other. If you're doing it for a week, maybe do like, good morning, today's earrings, I'm going to be sending earrings all day. The next day, good morning, today's bracelets, I'm going to be sending bracelets all day. So it really depends on how you're hosting your party. But that's the easiest way for me to do messenger parties. I think that's the main thing. Those are the main details of messenger parties. Like I said, I don't have my notes written down, but I think that's basically the main thing about messenger parties. Um, if you have a hostess for a live sale party, if you guys have any questions, you can drop them in the comments at any point in time, and I will get back to you as best as possible. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can contact me here, you can comment on here, or you can send me a message on Facebook. If you're watching me on the live in the group, you can obviously just comment on this video. So Facebook Live parties. If you have a hostess for your Facebook Live party, there's a few things that you can choose to do. You can choose to create an event for your hostess, right? So this, if you go live and you sell on your business page, you'll create an event through your business page. Okay, if you go live and sell on your personal profile, you're going to have your hostess create an event and add her friends to that. That way it'll say so-and-so is hosting an event, okay? If it's through your business page, you're going to create the event on your business page so that everybody knows where to find you, and then you're going to have your customer who's hosting the party, she's going to add all of her friends to that event, and she's going to send them a message and say, hey, I'm hosting a party. You just got an invite from Fashion Forward Jewelry, which is my business page, and so RSVP yes to that. That is my party. We're going to interact in there, and then you're going to do your live in that event. Okay, so that's one way to do it. You can go live in that event and do it there. You can go live on your personal profile and just say, if you're shopping for so-and-so, whoever the party host is, when you claim your items, however you do it, like I do numbers. So when you claim your item, comment your number, and then pick an emoji with your customer. So like maybe a puppy dog face, right? So if you're shopping for so-and-so, comment your number, but make sure you include that puppy dog face so that I know that's going towards so-and-so's party, right? Because if you're live on your regular profile, your customers are going to shop too. So you want to give her the rewards for her friends and family, whoever shops for her, right? Hey, Pam. So that's one way to do it. You're going to create an event. If you don't create an event, it's kind of hard to interact with people. I highly suggest an event versus a group. A lot of people use a group as well, and I'm not saying anything's wrong with using a group for a party. What I don't like about using a group for a party is that Facebook now makes you, where you used to be able to just add people to a group and they'd just be in that group, now Facebook makes it so you can't spam them. They have to join the group after you invite them. So sometimes people just don't even acknowledge those, so it's a little bit harder to get people to join a group. With the event, they do have to RSVP. You're going to have your hostess message and say, hey, here's the event. You can even send them the event link, and they can send that to their friends and family in an individual message. Here's the event. And so what I do if I'm hosting a live party, I will give them about a week in the event before the live. So if I pick the live on Friday, I'm going to have them make the Friday before or the Saturday before, make the event, add all their friends to it, and I'm going to interact with them for the week. I'm going to show them pictures of pieces that I'm selling. I do allow them to claim from the pictures before the live as well, because why not? I give them information about paparazzi, if they want to sell paparazzi, all the information on that. I give them information on the jewelry. We play games. So an event is really useful for that. So that way they have time to get ready for the live. They're seeing what the jewelry is. They're seeing how it works, all that kind of stuff. So I really like the event style. And then you can go live right in that event, or like I said, you can go live on your, on your regular page, wherever you normally go live, and just have them use something specific so they're shopping for that person. And it's the same thing. I offer them a few pieces of jewelry just for hosting the party, because they are going to try to bring their friends on to shop, their friends and family. So I offer them a few pieces to do that. If anyone joins paparazzi from their party, I offer them free jewelry for that. They obviously get one free piece for every 10 that are sold. So it's very similar to the message party, except for obviously it's a Facebook Live. Now, for the in-person party, there's multiple ways to do an in-person party. You can do it at your house, in which case you would be the hostess, or you can do it at somebody else's house, in which case they would be the hostess. So for someone else hosting a party, if I'm going to someone else's house and they're going to host a party for me, I immediately give them like 4 free pieces of jewelry because they're opening their home, right? Now, it's kind of hard right now because we have the whole coronavirus thing going on. So in-home parties are not a big thing right now because of social distancing and all that kind of stuff. But in a normal in-home party, which is what we're going to talk about, I always give them like 4 or 5 free pieces just for opening their house. It's their home. They're opening to you to sell jewelry to their friends and family. So I always give them a good amount of jewelry just for opening their home. Again, every 10 pieces that are sold, they get a free piece. That's the normal paparazzi standard. That's their hostess reward. And then if somebody hosts a party from their party, I give them a few free pieces. If somebody hosts joins paparazzi from their party, I give them free pieces for that as well. So before the guests start arriving at a home party for someone else, not at my own home party, but for a hostess's home party, I have them pick out, however much they think is going to sell. So if they have 10 people coming to the party, you're probably going to sell a good amount of jewelry. If they have 3 people coming to the party, I don't know how much you're going to sell, right? You might only sell 10 or so pieces. Who knows? So before the party starts, I always let them pick through the jewelry and set a bunch of jewelry aside that they want, right? Their hostess jewelry, their free pieces for hosting, their hostess rewards, however many pieces we think are going to sell. I let them pick out pieces. So I let them set that aside, right? And that goes in a little bag, and they don't take it yet, but they set that aside just in case those pieces sell out, and those are pieces that they really wanted. So I let them kind of have first pick before the party starts. And then during the party, you can do it a few different ways. There's a sip and shop style that you can do, which is basically where she tells her friends, Missy's going to be at my house from 6 to 8. So stop over, have a glass of wine, peek through the jewelry, and, shop around and go from there, So that's something that you can do. And then people will just be coming and going, right? A sip and shop. And that's normally what I do when I have my own party at my house, a sip and shop. Or you can have an actual party, where they come and they hang out and you play games, and they shop and they hang out and they chit chat and whatever. So there's a few different ways to host an in-home party. So the sip and shop is basically come and go as you please, but make sure you keep a tally of how many pieces are being sold, right? So when people check out with you, keep a tally of that so that they know, so that you know how much jewelry you're giving to your hostess. So Pam says, I've never had a hostess before, only started lives and stopped there. So now it's kind of hard to get a hostess for an in-home party right now because of the coronavirus, but try to get an online hostess. That's the next thing you should challenge yourself to. Get a hostess for a party. And you can go back and watch this replay as to, how to kind of approach it and everything like that. So keep a tally of how many pieces sell, and that way at the end of the party, say they picked out 20 pieces, but they didn't earn all 20 pieces. However many pieces they earned, say they earned 10 pieces, let them pick 10 from the 20 that they set aside. So that's basically how I host an in-home party. And, like I said, there's a few different ways to go from there. Basket parties are another big deal. Basket parties are super fun. And basically, what you do is you have a little contract that you and your hostess sign, and you write down how many pieces are in that basket. It could be a basket, it could be a bag, it could be whatever, however you want to, form your basket party. But basically, you send them off with jewelry. They bring it with them for a week or so, to work, to the grocery store, wherever they're going to go. And then you meet up with them again at the end of the week, and they give you back whatever jewelry didn't sell and the money, for the jewelry that did sell, and then you let them pick free jewelry for however many pieces sold. So that's why you need the contract, because they're basically walking away with your jewelry to sell it for you. So basket parties are a fun thing as well. So I'm trying to keep this as short as possible so that it's a really easy replay to watch. So I think that I'm going to hop off. I think that that's the basics. And like I said, if you have any questions, I didn't have my notes. I didn't write down notes today because I have an appointment to go to. So I wanted to get this done. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to ask me anything you may need. And I really hope this helped, and have a good day.